Welcome to Norway. You are in the drop zone, and I am Jealous Fist. Yes, I am. And since we're here, we're talking about tactics. What are tactics? Tactics allow you to outthink, outplay, and outperform your opposition. And this is part 3 of this continuing series all about positioning. And today we're just kind of talking about assaulting in and around different obstacles and objects, deer stands, houses, things like that. Okay, as you can see, we're right here by this deer stand where the signal detector can spawn pretty frequently on Valley. Now, normally I'd break out the map, but I've been having a lot of problems with my stuff lately, and my blank Valley map is gone. It's kaput or disappeared. I guess not broken because it's just not around. So I'm going to have to make up another one, and I just want to get this video done and out. So we're just going to go like this. Let's start it back here again real fast at the beginning. Okay, so I actually have the airdrop on me right now. I just gotten the secret airdrop, and we're about 2 minutes from announcement, I would say. We're about 4 or 5 minutes from the start of the game. Now, I had seen this guy either go up into the deer stand in the hide, or had seen him shoot at somebody. I can't really exactly remember. This specific fight was just a little bit ago. But anyways, what am I doing? Let's explain the reasoning of what I'm doing. So I'm approaching, right? And I know that he's going to see me come at him, or he's going to try and leave before I can get over there. And he's between me and the exit, and you can't just leave this guy anywhere near you when you've got the airdrop or you're trying to make the exit. So why did I put the mortar on him? Mortars don't penetrate buildings. Well, while these mortars are falling all around him, he can't leave the hide, the deer stand there. He's just trapped. Look, you can see there, he even thought about leaving. That was why I put the mortar on. And again, once again, what are we learning here? Wall banging has been nerfed and is nearly useless. In the old days, he would have been dead right there. Now, notice how I'm taking my time. He's in an elevated position, but I would not say a superior position because he is trapped. He can't get out. So you see how I'm just kind of taking my time? When you've got a good spot like this and you're relatively sure that you're going to be safe for a little bit, take your time. Be workmanlike about this. You see, I'm not rushing him. I'm really taking my time. I'm not exposing myself. I have this guy basically exactly where I want him, because if he jumps out now, I've been pressing him so much he can barely have time to heal. So I know if he just jumps out, he's probably going to die. Or even if he doesn't, by the time he hits the ground, when he hits that stun animation, I'm just going to kill him. You can see here, just taking my time. And you can see him taking his time, checking the signal. For whatever reason, I decided to push up here. I think I was worried he was going to jump out or something now that he knew that perhaps he was clear. So pushing right back up into cover. Again, just being careful. And I'm just trying to see, I remember just seeing what will happen, because you can't exactly see where it'll land. And look at that. That almost blew up right on me. Did you see that? I'm becoming fully convinced that grenades are pretty much only good for in and around houses, and whenever I try to use them on places like Fiel or any kind of rocky ground like this, it ends up backfiring horribly. Again, just taking time. Take your time. You see how using the cover. And he's dead. So, what did we learn here? We learned, well, A, don't allow yourself to be trapped up in one of these tall deer stands. I actually think not once in the entire history of the game has somebody in one of these deer stands killed me. If you've killed me and you've got the video to prove it, let me see it. I'd like to know. I'm nearly certain that this has never worked out for me to kill somebody while up in them, and definitely nobody has ever gotten me in one of those. You are just trapped with nowhere to go. As you can see from this video, I had nothing but time. I had all the time in the world to kill him. So that was his first mistake. Being up in there like that. Second mistake. What is his second mistake? I would say his second mistake was just staying in there. It could have gone either way, with either sticking it out, staying in there, or running. I think if it would have been me, I would have tried to get out of there no matter what, even if I had to die in the process, because, again, I know I just said this before, but he's just totally trapped in there. I mean, you can just see I had him exactly how I wanted. I'm just taking my time. Don't allow yourself to be trapped like this. Almost always, if somebody knows your position, your spot, and especially if you're in a little area like this. You just need to get out of that situation. And honestly, that's almost always what you should do no matter where you are once your position is known and you've made contact and you're trapped like this. He can't get away. I just kept him right here this whole time. Third mistake. Well, I actually can't think of a third one right now. I'm probably sure I could later on, but mostly this guy's biggest things that he did wrong were staying in there when he knew that I knew where he was, and I think honestly he should have just been shooting a lot more at me, taking more chances, because he was basically done. Let's move on to the next clip. Here we are at Cabin in the Woods. I'm always getting into some stuff here at Cabin in the Woods. One of my favorite spots in Salbrook. As you can see right there, did you see that? I saw him right as I was leaving that menu. What did I do? I pushed right on him, right at him, tossed the grenade, and because I tossed it right on the right side, he's going to come on the left side of the house, getting ready immediately. Got the head. I got kind of lucky there. I could have been dead or I could have not been. That's just how the cookie crumbles there. We're going to start this over again and just kind of explain my thought processes. I had him here. We see him right there at the side of the house. I'm going to pause. We're just going to go slow. I immediately pull out the grenade, and then I chuck it. Free throw, and then immediately start running over here. Now, why did I do that? I did that because I threw that grenade right there on the right side, right? So what's he going to do? Well, he's not going to just stand there and die. And if he did, he'd be dead. So he's going to run. I just had a feeling that he was going to try and run and beat me over here. So I thought ahead of time, I'm throwing this grenade and then I'm immediately going to reposition to the spot to where he will be. Try to think ahead like that. When you throw a grenade, don't just throw it. Think about what you're going to do after you throw that grenade. Because generally your grenade is not going to kill this guy. It's not going to happen. Usually grenades, unless they're in a contained space, like a small enclosed space, generally don't kill, it seems to me, unless you get very lucky. So when you're outside, try to do things like this. Try and throw the grenade somewhere you don't want them to be anymore in an attempt to push them, to direct them somewhere else, somewhere advantageous to you. As you can see right here, it was ready to go. And even with that thinking and planning, that almost didn't work out there. He almost got me. Thankfully, Queen Forsythia was looking out for me right there. She is my favorite dev, and she is the queen of the devs, and you all better respect her, or I'm coming at you too. Let's move on to the next clip. Here we are on Battery Snow Deck. It is evening and snowing. I love Battery Snow on a nice evening or a night map situation. You tend to get in a lot of action here around the radio mast, especially with the God truck being in there on the other side of the house here on the south side. If you don't know about the God truck, you need to come to this map and play it more, because you will see coming up here to my right, that truck right there, always, no matter what, will have a ping, a mortar. Well, we're going to see right here, look. Yep, ping, mortar, transmitter, and a lot of times a jammer as well. So I see this guy running to the house. What do? Immediately get into position, start shooting at him. Now he hopped in there, that didn't work. See the door open, still trying to get fire on him. Throwing the grenade into the door of the house, close the door so he's trapped, and reposition in case he runs, which they almost always will. Keep looking in windows. Oh, look at that. That almost didn't work out for me. And you see right there, I hit him so much through the wall bang, and he didn't live. You can notice there how I switched to my Raffica, my side piece, instead of reloading my weapon. Almost always in a hot gunfight, if they're close to you, you need to just switch to your backup, to your secondary, instead of reloading. You don't have the time. Worry about reloading your weapons after both of them are dry, because you need to get rounds in and around your enemy. You need to move around. You need to continually press and shoot at this guy. Let's talk mistakes. How did this guy screw up? Well, if it had been me, I don't think I would have wasted time opening the window and hopping in unless he'd already been hitting the X button like that. He trapped himself in the house. You never, like I said last clip, never get trapped in the house. You don't have any maneuverability. You have no visual awareness, you have no ability to run around and reposition. And also, what if another guy came around on the north side of the house while I'm on the south side shooting at him? Somebody else could come in the house and try to shoot him from his flank, which they will, especially on battery. If anybody's around, they're going to try and flank you. And if you're somebody who isn't flanking out of some kind of weird sense of honor or whatever, I hate to use strong words like this, but you are a moron and are asking to die, because this is a realistic game with realistic terrain with a bunch of people who are trying to win and are trying to succeed, and they're going to do their best to stop you. You need to do your best to stop them. You need to try hard or die easy. That's all there is to it. You need to try hard or you're just going to die easy. Moving on to the next clip here. Here in Sawbrook, it's raining. We're at Hyde Overlook and the Signal. And right there, I just heard that guy. He made a step. He crunched on a leaf. He exposed himself like an idiot. So what did I do? Immediately chucked a grenade. Well, and what did I talk about in last video? Grenade is what? Indirect fire. Because as I'm throwing that grenade and freaking him out and maybe having a shot at killing him, I am moving around and trying to flank him. Think of that grenade while it's in the air flying at him as almost another player or some help or close air support or anything. Anything that'll allow something to be happening for you that you don't have to actively do is always a good thing. That whole time right there, what was that? That grenade tossed him running around, that was what, 3 or 4 seconds? Those 3 or 4 seconds, he's worried about the grenade and probably not either paying as much attention to me or something. It's going to distract him or confuse him, disorient him. It's going to make him hesitate, take more time, or make mistakes. That's what we want. Right as I'm here at the rock, I'm wondering exactly where this guy is. I can't quite see him. I'm not exactly sure where he is. And this is about to be his second big mistake right here. When he reloads, that is when I knew, if not quite exactly where he was, I had a damn good idea. Now I'm sure he's either just on the other side of this rock directly in front of me or the one behind that. And I decided to take a chance, which almost didn't work out. They see me get caught. And as soon as I saw the movement of this guy, I started to fire immediately, because you always want to be aware of latency, server desynchronization, and laggy connections and all of that. I would say another mistake that this guy made was just camping the signal like he was to begin with. If you run a lot of games, you'll notice there's a lot of patterns. History doesn't repeat itself, right? But it rhymes. Well, Vigor is a lot like that. A lot of people camp around in this area. It's very campy. And unless you really know what you're doing, you can get caught, you can get trapped. It's hard to maneuver, it's hard to see, especially in the rain and in the fog and all of that. And because of his mistake, now he loses a VSS, combat mag, and a scorpion, and some stuff. That wasn't a lot for me, but that probably meant a lot to him. Learn from him, learn from his mistake. Here we are again at Battery Snow Decked at the radio mast in another game. Things go down here. Look, this is the very beginning of the game. He's here, I'm here, we both want this truck. In the beginning of the game in Battery, if you're not prioritizing getting the God truck, I'm sorry, but that is stupid. Even if you don't want the stuff, you need to keep other people from getting that stuff. I just don't know what else to say about that. If you're letting somebody knowingly, intentionally, if you're intentionally allowing somebody to get all the stuff in this truck, look at that. If you're letting somebody get that when you couldn't have, you're just trying hard to die easy. Now right there, see him? What do I immediately do? You get to cover, get your gun out. I screwed up there. Putting the fire on. You see, coming in and out of cover. Always be aware of the cover and what's in and around you. Tossing a grenade out to push him out. He goes up there and then dies for it. Let's talk mistakes. This guy didn't really make too many mistakes. I would say his big major one is when I throw the grenade, he runs kind of northwest up there towards those trees right there. And he exposed himself way too long. He was way out in the open. If I'd have been a better shot, I'd have just killed him right there. He wasted all that time. He should have just fallen back a little more south and then come back to his good cover. Because once that red grenade icon goes away, you know you're safe. He could have then run back to his cover behind that truck, and then we could have gone at it some more. But exposing himself, running out in the open like that, not a good idea. Not smart. Like I said, if I was him, I would have probably run a little more back north. Or even better, run away to make it seem like you're spooked and running away. Oftentimes I'll do a thing where you fall back, you make it look like you're panicked, you run away, but really what you're doing is you're either running to a spot that you know is a good spot to get behind as cover and then turn around and then shoot them, or you're running, intentionally running to get away, and you don't know exactly where you're going because you're either lost or in a panic or in a hurry, but you've got an eye open for good cover. I like to think of it as running, acting scared, and then turning around at the right moment and sticking your sword out and letting your enemy run himself into your sword, your outstretched, waiting sword. Figure out how to do that in Vigor. Do that in the Vigor equivalent, and people get very mad, but it's very effective. Very effective. We're going to start heading out of here. I was just trying to make it a little more brief and succinct. And let me know in the comments if you guys like that, this sort of a different style on it. Just hitting highlights, because there are a lot of fights, there's a lot of stuff to learn in Vigor. And these videos and these tactics videos and these plays that I show you and my thoughts on them, I don't want you guys to think of these as the be-all, end-all. Do this, don't do that. In this situation, do this. In that situation, don't do this, right? You need to think of these more as possibilities, as a card in your deck of cards of your trading card game, like a play, right? If you ever played Magic the Gathering, you'll have a bunch of cards and abilities, and you don't use every card in every situation. You don't use all that stuff all the time. You have specific cards for specific things, right? Well, in Vigor, right here, look at this situation. You could probably play for 6 months and not have quite the situation right here in this deer stand of what I'm going through in this fight right here that we're watching. But now that you've seen this, you have it as a possibility. You get into a similar situation, you can think about what I did to help you. It will help inspire you of what you can do. Because like I said earlier in the video, history, she does not repeat herself, but she does rhyme. No situation is the same in Vigor, but a lot of the situations are similar. And you can learn a lot from watching me, from watching other people on Reddit, YouTube, whatever. Though I want you guys to get better. This will make the game better if everybody gets better, if everybody can learn how to play this game. We can do this together. We can make the game much more interesting and dynamic and engaging if just people get better at the game. Not only that, you might even have more fun, right? Real quick, I just wanted to mention something because I don't know if anybody's seen them. I am not recommending anybody boost any airdrops. I don't recommend that anybody buy crowns right now currently because the boosted airdrops rewards pool is currently glitched. None of the premium rewards are obtainable through opening special issue crates, military grade crates, rare grade, uncommon, or white rarity crates. It seems the only thing that is even close to paying out like normal is the purple crates, but those are about half as good as they used to be. The special issues are a total waste of your money. If you want, I have a video where you can see me opening 110 special issue crates and receiving nothing for them. 110 special issue crates would cost you $200 American if you were to just boost that much to get that many crates. And as we all know, you're never 100% successful. So for those $200 in special issue crates that I did open, I probably spent $350 worth of crowns boosting. Now, personally, I don't care. I get free crowns from the devs. They give me crowns to boost lobbies and test how things work. So I don't really care, actually. And even if I wasn't getting the free crowns, I probably wouldn't care. I just like to boost and get airdrops and get victories and wins because that's what I like to do in this game. But that being said, that's not right. You guys are spending money in the hopes of getting premium rewards, premium content. That is not possible right now. You need to save your money and vote with your dollars and let the developers know that this is unacceptable. People are spending money, their money, the money that they earn from jobs that they hate, at a chance of getting the good stuff. If you do watch the video of me opening 110 special issue crates valued at 200 United States dollars, you'll see that I didn't get any of that. Now, if that is intentional, if that's what the devs want, they need to let us know that or respond. I posted that video 4 or 5 days ago, and I've informed them of it. I've had polls on Reddit, and I've shown them the video through Twitter and other places. I haven't received any response. Devs, if you guys have seen that video, let me know. Let people know on Twitter. Just let Norway know what's going on. Is this intentional? Do you guys not want people to get things out of boosted airdrops anymore? Are they spending their money out of pure love for the game to support it just financially, or are they spending their money in the hopes at receiving premium rewards like they used to for the entire previous year and 6 months or whatever of the game? Because as far as I can tell, these airdrops have not been paying out for 4 or 5 months, maybe longer. I noticed they were worse a while ago, but I wasn't really paying attention. Anyways, enough about that. I am your #1 ranked airdrops retrieved all-time and official Vigor partner for now, Jealous Fist. Thank you, everybody. Thank Queen Forsythia. Thank Our Lady Pirate. Thank the Vigor gods. And remember, you need to try hard or you're dying easy. Bye.